Hi, welcome back. I have accumulated quite a lot of books since I last saw you, so I'm going to go through them all now, just because I think it's really interesting to see what books people pick up. I like to get recommendations that way. I thought this would be enjoyable. So this first book I actually got it off Amazon. It's a retelling of the Tristan and Isolde story by Gottfried von Strasberg. So it's one of the more famous versions of the story. I have an older copy as an ebook, but I wanted a physical copy as well because I'm trying to develop like a dark retelling of the Tristan and Isolde story. So I thought I'd get a copy of it, which is really sad because I got this off Amazon for like £1. It was on one of the second-hand shops, and it's dedicated and somebody's giving it away, which is sad, but also thank you, so I can read it. So this ended up costing me about it was like £76. So no, it wasn't. It was 76p. So really cheap, but I'm really looking forward to going through this because this one is definitely more in depth than the copy I already have. And then, as you can see, I went on a bit of a spending spree. So Waterstones over the last bank holiday weekend had a sale. Not a sale, they did double stamps for the bank holiday. They usually do stuff like that. So I decided to treat myself. There's been a lot going on. I was like, why not? I did also get a pre-order in this, which hasn't turned up because it's not due out to October. It is a Christmas present as well, so but got double stamps on that, which was great. So it does mean that my balance is now, I've got now £10 in balance, and then I'm nearly at another £10, so I might save those and then get myself something for my birthday in December. I don't know. So the first book I got was Identity by Mifu Sandel. So I heard about this on Twitter. There was a discussion about R.F. Kuang and who wrote Babel and Yellowface, and I really liked Yellowface, and then this was also recommended because of apparently it's quite similar, but also in a way more authentic was how it was described. I haven't read it yet, so I really can't say anything for that, but I'm really looking forward to reading it. So if I just put that like that so you can read the back. Also, I really like that this one has the blurb on the back, because a lot of books I find are not actually putting the blurbs on the back anymore. It's either on the inside like here, or just not at all, and it really annoys me because if I'm browsing in a shop I want to know what the book's about. But I'm really looking forward to reading this. I went to an exhibition at the British Museum a few years ago about goddesses in mythology over different cultures, and it did talk about the Hindu goddess Kali, who apparently is referenced in this, so that will be really interesting because I have been really wanted to get more into Hindu mythology and so on and so forth. Next book I was also recommended to me from Twitter. It's called Diavola by Jennifer Thorne. It's a lovely cover, and it's just like a gothic horror, I've been told. I've really been getting into gothic horror for the last few years. I think you can tell because I did write a gothic horror, so I'm definitely really looking forward to this. And I can see on here she's got another book out, so if I enjoy it I will definitely look that up. I think this will probably be quite an easy read because it's quite short, whereas Identity is a lot longer. So actually, how long is... Oh my god, I didn't even realise that it's got a load of sources at the back. That's going to be really helpful actually. How long is the book? There's a load of sources, which is fantastic. God, there's a lot of information at the back. This is 406 pages, and this one is 322. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Next book I got was Roselle Lim's Night and Day. This is her 4th book. I've got I have 3 others over there. I love them. I'm not particularly a rom-com romance person, but I really like how she writes. My favourite one of hers is probably the first one, Natalie Cann's Book of Luck and Fortune. I really like that one. She's got recipes in that one as well, but I've really enjoyed them all. This one is more of a fantasy novel. I'll just put that up there. I find her books very easy to read. I really enjoy them. And also the covers are all so beautiful. So looking forward to that one. This one is, that's the acknowledgements, 333 pages. So I'll get through that one quite quickly, I think. Okay, so the, what was it? The 4th book I bought from Waterstones is this one, The Eternal Ones by Naima Fauna. I've read the other 2. I really enjoy them, even though they're like young adult fantasy. I don't tend to read young adult. I never went through a young adult stage as a kid. I sort of went straight from kids' books into like Stephen King and the classics and stuff. But I really have enjoyed both the Gilded Ones and, what's the second one called? The Merciless Ones. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to this one as well. And the covers are all so beautiful. I'm not entirely sure who did the art, but whoever it was. Oh, Johnny Tarajosu and Elena Maskey. They're fantastic covers. I would definitely recommend them. They're really good books. I really enjoyed each one of them. I'm really excited to read this one. How much is it? 474 pages. So excited for that. And the last book I got, I actually got S.T. Gibson's first book in the Burt's Books Secret Santa this year, A Dowry Blood, and I absolutely loved it. I love vampire fiction, as we all know, and so I had to get this. It's so beautiful. I think it's based on Carmilla instead of Dracula. Yes, based on Carmilla, which I have actually read Carmilla. If you haven't read it, there is an audiobook for free on Spotify, which I read, which is really good. I really enjoyed it, and it's really short as well. It was something like 4 hours, 5 hours, which is fantastic. Isn't the cover beautiful? Yeah, I really like the Carmilla story. I really enjoy retellings. I love vampire fiction, and I love The Dowry of Blood, so I'm gonna like this. I have acquired a new book, so I have got this book called Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. I have not read any of their previous works before. It sounds quite interesting. There you go. So basically, I got this because at work, somebody who was a big reader left. They're moving to a different country. They were only over here for a while. And someone got them this book and they were like, oh, well, I can't take it with me, so give it to someone who wants it. And so they gave it to me because I thought it looked really interesting. So it's really long, as you can tell. But it sounds really good, I think. So 847, so that will be a fun one to read when I've got some time. Hello, it's been a while. I had honestly planned to like update this and sorry, no, that's worse. I honestly had planned to update this as I went along with like acquiring books, but I just didn't really get around to it. A lot of things have been happening. It's been a very like turbulent few months for me, and it's affected my mental health obviously, but I'm feeling a bit better now. So, and it's November, so I think I filmed all that back in like May or April or something. So I do really want to get this video finished, because obviously next time I go on about books and what books I've acquired, it will be December, it'll be birthday, Christmas time, so I think I should just get on with it. I've acquired more books here than I thought I had, but to be fair, things have happened. So this is going back to August. In August, well, in August I was made redundant from my job, and my sister was like, oh, just come up for the weekend, we'll look at some charity shops, we'll go to some bookshops, we'll just have a bit of a wander around. We went pottery painting, which was lovely, and so we just went and just had just to try and forget about everything that's happened, because it was quite a fast sort of redundancy. And we went to, I don't even remember what charity shop it was. I think it was a cancer research charity shop. Of course, we went to Bert's Books because it's fantastic. I love it. And I think I have a birthday present from there this year. But I got these two books in the cancer research charity shop. I got this one because I've seen this everywhere and I've heard that it's really good. And I quite like sometimes, if I'm in a rut, just to have like a thriller to read. I haven't read any of these books. I have not read anything since I was made redundant. I've been doing some reading for lit mags and stuff, so I have been reading. I just haven't read any books, which feels very weird. But I got this one. I think this will be, I mean, I've heard it's good. It looks, I mean, it's one of those that I see lots of people, I hear people talk about it, but not very in depth. And I then also see it everywhere in charity shops. So I have a feeling it's probably one of those, you read it and then it doesn't necessarily sit with you. But like, I've heard of Steve Kavanagh, and I'm quite excited to give it a go. I kind of feel like if it's in all these charity shops and it's passed through a lot of hands, that's not a bad thing. So I got these books both for like 20p, because I got some DVDs as well, and it was like 5 books or DVDs for £2, and so everything worked out about, like, I think it was about 20p each. So I also picked up this one, My Sweet Audrina, by Virginia Andrews. This one is quite well loved, and somebody was like, oh, if you love weird horror, you'll love this. I don't really know anything about it, but I feel like Virginia Andrews, she wrote the incest books, didn't she? Now that I'm thinking about it, I'll give it a try. It was 20p. I don't know actually how old this book is. It looks quite old. It's quite, like, I don't know if you can see, it's quite marked on the inside. This is from 1983, because I was just looking at the back and I was like, I don't know if you can see the price, £1.95. So I thought, this is what the back says. I feel like this is going to be a weird incesty one. But you know, Flowers in the Attic, I'm pretty sure that is the one, isn't it? It says she's the author of Flowers in the Attic, but if I remember correctly, a lot of people reference that in things, so we'll give it a go. 20p. If it's that bad, it can either go to like a charity shop or, you know, be passed on. Some people have to like it because it wouldn't be published otherwise. So then after that, I had a day out with my parents in Faversham. And I was meant to be looking in the charity shop for my sister, because we do like a second-hand Christmas sort of thing. And I did not find anything for my sister. I found this for me, Arthurian Legends, because I had this idea of doing like a modern retelling of some Arthurian Legends. The same with the Tristan and Isolde thing. I'm in a weird space at the minute where I'm getting lots and lots of ideas and nothing's sort of like solidifying. So I thought it was £1. It was £1. I'll just pick it up and I can come back to it later. You know, it's not a big deal. I keep sitting weirdly because I'm very self-conscious at the minute, but I can't figure out how to set up my phone and film without it looking weird. So the next one the next book I got, I actually bought this just like a couple weeks ago. I've started working on this non-fiction project with vampires. It's a film analysis project. I'm really enjoying it. I initially started it for like, I had put the book proposal in, and so I had started writing it because I was really excited about it, and then I didn't get picked. but I decided to carry on with it anyway, and I've been trying to find some sources. I still have quite a lot of my textbooks for my degree, but I went to the BFI library and I saw this one, and it was so good for what I wanted that I decided that I wanted to get my own copy. And I knew analytical books like this can only be really expensive, and it was like £65 on Amazon, and I was like, I can't afford that. And then I went on World of Books and it was £4.80, so I got this one called Screening the Undead. You can see that I've been like annotating it. I've got these like really good, if you're doing a degree or you like to take notes and annotate your books, I don't personally like annotate books unless it's for research, but I know a lot of people do. But you can get these, they're like post-it notes, and they're clear. They look like this, and I got these and they're so good. I wish I had them during my degree. But yeah, this book is called Screening the Undead, Vampires and Zombies in Film and Television. It was edited by some people who worked at Brunel University: Leon Hunt, Sharon Lockyer, Millie Williamson. This is the back for you. If you're into film analysis, this is a really great book. I've only really read the vampire sections because I'm not dealing with zombies at the minute. I kind of hope if this one goes well, I might do. But this one is really fascinating. It's really accessible to read, and if you can get a copy, I would highly recommend it. But I also imagine it will be in like university libraries. Like it's in the BFI library, which is in London. It's a specific film library. You'll be able to find it. It's good. I'd recommend it. It lives over here at the minute because I'm using it a lot. Okay, my last two books. So it's recently been Halloween. I don't know when this video is going to go out, but it's recently been Halloween. And I had booked to go to the Science Museum for their Halloween Lates, and I'd booked to go and see this media talk by Anna Botsakaya. And unfortunately it was cancelled last minute, which I was gutted at because I was really looking forward to it. So they sent me an email. They're like, listen, we're really sorry, you can either get a refund or you can get the book you paid for, and there'll be another book included to make up your ticket price. And so I was already in London that day, so I figured, oh, I'll just drop around and pick it up on my way home. So I did that. I only was there for like a little bit because I ended up having a really important job interview the next morning, which I didn't realise when I booked it. But I got these two books. So this book is what the talk was going to be about, Feeding the Monster by Anna Botsakaya. So I've actually got her first book, which was about female characters. I think it's something like Unlikable Female Characters, but I read that when I got that. I really enjoyed that. I really like Anna's style of writing. She's a film critic. She does quite a lot of film analysis, stuff like that. I couldn't even open the book then because it hadn't been opened at all. I wonder, oh look, I'll just open this so you can read. I'm quite looking forward to this. I haven't, now that I'm writing this non-fiction thing, it feels a bit like I shouldn't be reading things. It's like a lot of people are like, why haven't you read any Richard Osman books? I was writing a murder mystery. I didn't want to be influenced, but I'm quite excited to get into this one. Because I really like her style of writing, and I think this is going to be a really interesting topic. Yeah, I was going to say something else and I've completely blanked it, but I'm, yeah, really excited to read this. And also, like, I love the inside. It's beautiful, isn't it? I really like it when, oh, I'm sorry, you're new and you're upset. I really like it when there's such like cohesive theming throughout the entire book. You get that quite a lot in fiction books, but not necessarily in non-fiction, which I wish I could read more like literary non-fiction, like when it comes to analysis. I just never, it's just so more expensive a lot of the time, which is such a shame. And my local library is not brilliant. I've read through quite a few sections of my local library, so I don't really know what to do. And the last book that they gave me, I believe this book was going to be talked about in the talk as well, but I couldn't really see much about it. It's The Modern Myths by Philip Ball. Firstly, that's an incredible cover. The theming is just fantastic. And I'll let you see the back. So I don't really know much about this. I believe this was going to be talked about as well. But they gave this to me as well. So I ended up paying £22 for that talk, with Anna Botsakaya's book included, and this one just sort of made up the ticket. But if I've worked this out right, they're meant to be about £16 each. So I made money back. Thank you, Science Museum. And this one, I think this actually might lend itself to the book that I'm writing now. So I might actually have to pick this one up before Anna's. So sorry, Anna. I will get around to it. But I have such a massive TBR at the minute. I really need to start reading some of these books. I've been reading for some lit mags, 2 lit mags this year, and I've got one set up to read for next year. And even though I'm like, oh, I haven't been reading anything, I've been reading loads. I've read some incredible stories. It's been such a great opportunity. Read some not as good ones as well, but like, the fact that people feel so excited and confident enough to submit their stories is fantastic. It's a really great experience, I think. It made me feel a lot better about submitting and getting rejections and stuff like that. So very excited about that. So those are all the books that I have acquired since, I don't even know when I think it was May I started. I did actually have read a majority of those books yet, but I really need to get on with the ones I have, because I have ones I bought years ago that I haven't read yet. So maybe next year I need to, oh no, because I've asked for books for Christmas. We'll get to it. I have to get back into reading. So my next video of this will be probably like January, like what I got over December, because it's my birthday, and then Christmas in December. It'll be my 30th birthday. I don't know how I feel about that. But thank you for watching. I'll hopefully see you soon. Bye.